All right, this is our next episode of True Wrestling Fan Discussions. We are back on the Monday Night Wars review series. This is going to be February 12th of 1996. I'm your host, Mike.
Frank, and man, we got a lot of catching up to do, but might as well get it started. So here we go. Unfortunately, we're kicking it off with just a Monday Nitro
Right.
review because Monday Night Raw was not being aired this evening. So it's just a WCW Monday Nitro review the night after Super Brawl 6, in which we
Yeah.
saw Brian Pillman say bye bye.
Yeah. I respect you,
Hogan,
Booker, man.
you gotta love it. You saw Hogan whoop Giant's ass in the cage, and we see Ric Flair beat Randy Savage for the title yet once
Yeah.
again. Only this
Controversial,
time,
but it's
yes,
gone.
this time Elizabeth
Damn
turning
it.
on Savage.
Damn it.
That's all right. If
Yeah.
you see on Nitro, Hogan still had the lust in his eyes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not going anywhere.
Never, never.
That's not going anywhere.
So let's go ahead and kick it off. February 12th, 1996, live from Tampa. You have Bobby Heenan, Eric Bischoff, Mongo, and Little Pepe doing the commentary. Um, I thought, and I'll get into this as we get to the review. They mentioned a lot of things that went on at Super Brawl, yet they didn't focus on any of it really, other than the Horsemen, Dungeon and Doom, Hogan and Savage on this Nitro. You know, they mentioned Sting and Lex Luger were still the tag team
Hmm.
champions. They mentioned a few other things going on during the pay per view. Yet on the first Nitro, leading as we're heading into Uncensored. None of those other questions were answered other than Hogan and Savage. Here we go again, which I didn't understand why. You know, especially with Raw not being on the air, you could kill it this evening
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just run the evening. But you know,
Yeah.
Bischoff, he's got to crush Raw in order for it to be a
Mhm.
success. So, in any event, here we go. Let's kick it off. Opening match of the evening was the Macho Man Randy Savage versus Hugh Morris from the Dungeon of Doom. I didn't think this match was actually bad.
Oh. No, I enjoyed it.
Hugh Morris had great potential back then. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
they just like everybody in WCW for the most part,
Yeah.
just the wrong gimmick.
And Macho Man was supposed to defend the title this night. Obviously, he couldn't because he lost the belt. But they were that was a point of emphasis, and Savage was not happy. He was not
No, he
happy.
was not. He did not come out normally
No.
the way he does. He just had the do rag, the t-shirt. He
Hmm.
was hellfire and brimstone heading to that ring. Like I said, the match itself wasn't bad. Hugh Morris missing the moonsault at the end, kind of, you knew this is where the tables were turning. Savage goes for not one, but two elbow drops off the top rope to make a point. He beats Hugh Morris. He's back in the winning column. He will be
And
facing Ric Flair the following week in a rematch for the title.
and after the match, he was going to throw another elbow, but this guy he got out of there.
Yeah, Hugh Morris got out of the ring,
Yeah, he
and
got
Savage
out of
grabbed the
dodge.
microphone and said that he doesn't want Hugh Morris, he wants Ric Flair.
Hmm.
So I thought it would have been cool if they did the rematch kind of on this evening, but
They're holding
seeing this
off
on
on
Monday
it.
Night Raw, will be back the following week.
Yeah,
It
it
makes
makes sense.
sense. So following that, and for whatever reason, you got Mean Gene, stalking the arena, looking to interview people, and he found Steve Grissom, the driver for WCW Motorsports. We this could have been on a WCW Saturday night. I mean, everybody was
Yeah, I
just
know.
like, we're not into this. This is not working for me. But in any event, our next match of the evening stemmed from also Super Brawl when he made his appearance, which was Loch Ness.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Of
Lord.
all the people you put him in there, you put him in with Scotty Riggs of the American Males. I mean, you could
There
bet
was
your
a
house on this that it was going to be a squash.
They were just trying to showcase him, a squash match.
Oh, he already messed up in his debut here. Scotty goes off the top rope. He can't even catch him
Yeah, but
when he's doing the crossbody.
they got him too late, man, because he was a legend over in Europe. It's just
Yeah,
that
this was well after his prime.
yeah, he's broken down, unfortunately.
Had a hard time getting up from the
Yeah.
canvas. You can notice that. Two elbow drops is all he's
Dungeon of
going to give
Doom,
you.
newest member of the Dungeon of Doom.
Oh man, two elbow drops is all you're going to get
Yeah.
from Loch Ness
See
in this
ya.
day. And Scotty Riggs, unfortunately, has been squashed like a bug in 1 minute 8 seconds, mind
Loch
you,
Ness probably
too.
got the worst of it too.
Yeah,
He
I
probably
think he
got the
did.
worst.
Two Scotty Riggs at least had mounted some offense, two drop kicks off the top rope, but that was
Yeah, but
about
I
it.
think Loch Ness took himself out. But anyway.
Oh my god. It's unfortunate that this guy came after his
Yeah.
prime because with the size that he is, he definitely
Hmm.
could have been a force to reckon
Yeah,
with in
absolutely.
WCW. So following that, now Mean Gene Oakland, at the rampway, and when they first brought the gurney out, I really thought that was for Scotty Riggs. I'm like,
Right, right, right.
he didn't get his butt kicked that much to get a gurney, but it was Woman and Elizabeth bringing the gurney out,
Yeah,
and it just happens to be that Ric Flair is
yeah.
on the gurney. Oh man,
The
this
Nature
was good
Boy.
stuff. This was
No, it
good
was fun.
stuff.
It was fun.
After 4 years, we finally get the Elizabeth Flair
Hmm.
connection that
Maybe
we
he
were
was.
teased with the WrestleMania 8.
Maybe he was telling the truth the whole time.
You never know.
They never addressed it. Unfortunately, I guess because it was WWF, they didn't. They never really addressed it. But that would have been actually cool. Like that kind of like plot twist. He was telling the truth.
I mean, to be honest, do you really think they would let that out if that even did happen? Like some secrets are just going to stay with wrestlers and never ever going to come out.
No, but
So,
it's part of the story. So that would have been fun.
but
You
but
know,
it's
like
a what if? What if
yeah,
that happened? What if
yeah,
it happened between Elizabeth and Hogan? What
yeah.
if? You never know. But Elizabeth's got the sass and the attitude now, which I liked in her. She's like, oh, I was always told to stay in the corner. I was told to
Mhm.
shut up. Well, I took your property, I took your money, and now I took your prized possession, the
Damn it,
WCW Championship title.
damn it.
So, I kind of, like I said, I like the sass in her, and then of course
It
Ric
was good.
Flair's dancing with the two of them. This was a good promo skit that they did right here. And like I said, Ric Flair will be defending the WCW title the following week against the Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, our next match on the card was for the WCW United States Championship. Conan defending against the newcomer. Well, you get a debut match.
Mhm.
You get a title match. Devin Storm, who looked like the missing rocker.
I was gonna say he was a poor man's Jeff Hardy, or
That too.
yeah,
Either one, wish
yeah,
list.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But the way he came out, I was like, is Janetti missing his partner?
yeah.
You know, but
Yeah, he did all right. I thought it was okay.
I think he tried to overdo it, tried to oversell himself to the fans because
Yeah,
again, right in the beginning of the match, he brings a chair out, and they're like, "Wait a minute, does he understand the concept of the rules?" No, he's going to bring the chair in, so he's going to do
it's a
a
jump.
flip over the
Yeah,
top rope.
no, but he did
Then
all
he,
right.
yeah, then he tried with the stairs on the outside. Unfortunately, Conan caught him. Came, he was sitting on the chair. He power bombed Devon Storm. The match itself was okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm not. There was nothing there for me to knock Devon Storm. He was
No.
really trying to make sure that he can make himself
Hmm.
relevant on this show. Uh, Unfortunately, Conan is on a hell of a roll with the WCW title. They kept mentioning he's the first ever I'm sorry, not WCW, United States title.
Hmm.
He's the first U.S. champion as well as Mexican champion. Devon Storm did try what looked like was going to be a Frankensteiner off the top rope. Conan reversed it kind of into a power bomb and then a roll up, and he gets the pin over Devon Storm.
And he was
One,
out of
one,
it.
two, three, and
So
Conan
you go.
Conan wins. It was a non-title match. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I believe it was for the U.S. title. I could be wrong. They never said it written. If you look it up in the records, it does say that it's for the
It was for the
WCW title.
title.
Yet I keep saying that U.S. title. Maybe I
U.S.
wanted
title. Yeah,
Conan to be champion. I don't know.
yeah, he should have been. I like going on.
Possibly. It's written in the books as a title match. Yet they never said it officially in the commentary. So it doesn't matter. Conan won. So following that is our main event, which I don't think this should have been the main event. I think Savage should have been part of the main event, considering this whole night is
Yeah, but
really
it's
revolving around Savage and what happened to him.
well, you know who.
It's not going to work for him,
Yeah.
brother. But what was the latest thing I saw lately? And it's a shame we didn't wait to do that video. What was it? The Sharon Madonna thing?
Oh yeah,
Now,
you
which
know
one?
I didn't watch the I didn't watch the clip. I just saw the post. I have to watch the interview to but I don't know. Allegedly, like they wanted to ask, they wanted to go out on a date with him or something like that. Madonna
Oh
and
my
Sharon.
God.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's funny how this comes out now where they're too old to
No,
remember because they're well both in their
I don't know.
70s, which makes me feel old because I liked Madonna back then.
Yeah, listen, man. Hogan's gonna be Hogan, but
Hogan's got his stories, brother.
mm,
But anyway, Hulk Hogan in the main event against Arn Anderson of the Four Horsemen. Uh, During the match, Flair and Elizabeth come down to the ring. Now, during all the shenanigans that went down, we see him later on, but where is Savage at any point during this match once they came down? I expected him to come
Huh.
down to ringside, but he didn't until 80% of all of this that we're about
I
to
mean,
talk
but
about
can
is
you?
over.
Yeah, but can you blame him? Because he's constantly saving
Because
Hogan's
it's
ass.
Hogan?
He's
Yeah.
constantly saving his ass, and then he's getting beat up, and at some point, it's like, man, this guy's
Fend for
got to fend for
yourself, dude.
himself. Yeah, but he eventually does.
You got One Eye Willie in the
Mm-hmm.
ring against Arn Anderson there. Eye for an eye, a boot for a boot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Uh, Once again, Hogan does what Hogan's going to do. Arn Anderson gives his signature spine buster, goes for the pin. Hogan's going to no sell it.
Yeah,
I'm
no, so
not.
Hogan, yeah,
Oh, here we go.
hulking up,
Then
man.
he goes for the boot, but then wants to start posing and imitating Ric Flair instead of getting the victory. Um, this actually hurts Hogan because Arn Anderson gets the victory on him, but Hogan goes for the figure four leg lock, which I
Yeah,
thought was funny.
it was.
Flair
Flair jumps
gets
him.
you jump. Now, mind you, this referee it was Nick Patrick, I believe.
It was Nick Patrick. Yeah,
If he can't see peripherally what's going on, this boy is 100% blind because he's attached to Arn Anderson right now, but you
well,
can't tell that Hogan's like rolling up Flair on the other side
he
and
does it
like
again the next week too. So,
yes, I do remember. But in any event, uh, they get the boot from Elizabeth. Arn Anderson uses it against after woman puts the powder in his eye. Arn Anderson gets the victory over Hulk Hogan, and the fans were kind of cheering a little bit on this one. I caught that. Not too many boos
right, right,
when
right,
he
right.
came out, but the
It's starting though.
cheers that
96, it starts. It starts.
yeah, it does. Well, we're going to be on to greater and better things for
Yeah, yeah.
Hogan later on. Now, after the match, Hogan goes after Flair and Anderson. This is where I expected Loch
Nitro.
Ness to
Oh,
reappear. Oh, I the whole time I'm wondering where is Savage, and then he finally here comes Captain Schizo.
yeah.
He finally comes out, gets the chair, and they're taking out Savage and Anderson, but there's no Dungeon of Doom, there's no giant, nothing that to continue the story from what we saw the night before,
Right,
which I
because it was
thought
like
which I thought was odd.
the unholy alliance, but it continues later the
Yeah,
following week.
we're definitely we're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
into uncensored now to
Mm-hmm.
that god awful 2-on-8
Well,
match
yeah.
in the cage. So get ready for these reviews, ladies and gentlemen. And then of course Mean Gene is trying to get an interview, the little scrawny, rat over here. Now, mind you, Flair and Anderson run down to the announce table. Flair rips the
Mm-hmm.
headset off of Bischoff. They're talking. Now here comes Hogan and Savage, and here comes Mean Gene running behind them because he's got to get the scoop. So now they're taking the headset, and of course they're taking Bobby Heenan's glasses as well. Why not? And they're making reference to next week that Arn Anderson once again will face Hulk Hogan in the ring, and that Randy Savage will be facing Ric Flair
Ric
for the
Flair
WCW
for the
title.
title, yeah.
Yeah, which again I thought would be should be tonight, but however, I guess since you didn't
We
have Monday Night
save it. Yeah,
Raw,
it's
you save
better
it
to
for next
save it.
week.
Save it for next week. Yeah.
So, and that's pretty much how this one ends. I thought it was weak, but considering you didn't have any competition tonight, it really, I guess, to them didn't matter. But like I said in the beginning of this episode, a lot of the questions that to matches that ended yesterday were not mentioned, especially Brian Pillman, which I know
Right,
they're
right.
not going to mention his name anymore. You got Sting and Luger keep the tag titles in the fashion that they did, but we don't see them tonight to wonder and ponder what's going on with these two. This was a Hogan, Flair, Anderson, Savage night. This is the only story that they focused on this evening.
Yeah. So I mean, I still thought it was entertaining. It
Two point
wasn't
seven
great.
rating.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Could have been better, but I thought it was fun.
Like I said, it wasn't bad considering you had no competition. If Monday Night Raw was on
Yeah.
this evening and they ran with this, I don't think it would have taken much for WWF at the time to beat them. But considering their roster, they would have had to pull out all the stops on that evening. Unfortunately,
But next week is head to head.
yes, it is.
All right. So that's our episode. You guys let us know what you think. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys soon.
Take care.